I've got some exciting news.
Huh? It's still not out. I gotta keep doing it.
True. Some exciting news.
Huh?
One of everybody's favorite Marvel actors that dropped off the face of the earth is coming back.
Tim Roth is the guy in Shang-Chi.
Matt Damon's coming back as fake Loki. Confirmed. Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Fake Loki.
Okay.
So I'm fucking hyped. Hey, welcome back to Here's the Thing. Episode 26. Not as hyped as I am.
I think that's old news.
Is it old news?
Yeah.
Lighting just got a lot better.
Yeah, like. Whew.
What?
Do you want to know how old that is?
How old is it?
That's been rumored since March.
I think it was just confirmed.
Yeah,
though.
it was confirmed.
I didn't even know it was rumored. Fuck, I'm behind. I'm behind on the times, man.
This is why I miss Twitter. I kept up on all this shit. Yeah, I knew about that. That's why I'm not as hype. I'm also just not hype. I don't ride hype waves. I don't get on the hype train anymore. I got on the hype train for Donda. It's still not out.
Huh?
It's just I want it out. I don't even. It could suck dick. I still want it.
See, Jake has a big poster of Kanye in his room, and every morning he stares at it and he goes, huh?
No,
why?
I don't have that. I have a Mac Miller poster, and every day I miss Mac Miller. True. Every day I wake up, I miss him. But nah, that'll be cool though. I'm not excited for that. But that if anybody gets in line to see that fucking movie for Matt Damon, I'll fucking kill them.
Yeah, Matt Damon should not be the selling point of Thor Love and Thunder.
Yo, why are you here? I'm excited for this. Oh, Taika Waititi said it's his funniest movie. Oh, this. I'm here for Matt Damon. Shoot him.
Get him out of here. Arrest him. Throw him out in the cold. Anyway. But yeah, guys, welcome back. We're here chilling. Jake's got his eyesight back.
Bro. That shit sucked so bad.
They don't know the update since you went to get your eyes checked.
I got drops. And now I can see.
Yeah.
There's not really an update.
Well, they don't know. Man's dissolved his corneas.
Yeah.
They dissolved. They're gone.
Oh, wait. What did I talk about? I thought
No, at the time you didn't know. You would.
Oh, my God. That's right. We recorded and then I went to the doctor.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No. What we did? We went to the Red Sox game. Red Sox game was fine. My vision was cloudy when I woke up the next day. We recorded and I had gotten Visine. So I cleaned out my eyes. We recorded. I was fine. I'm cooking dinner for my girl. And I made some spicy ramen or whatever. And the chilies in it were hurting my eyes. And I'm like, all right, it's the chilies. It's whatever. I go and look in the mirror and my left eye looked like somebody had stabbed it.
Red.
But not bloodshot. Blood red. Actually red. And I'm like, holy shit. I show my girl. She's like, oh, that hurts to look at. I'm like, well, it fucking hurts. Let me tell you. I hate when people pull that shit. That
looks like it hurts.
It looks like it hurts. It's bam, poker in the eye. Oh, wow. Does that hurt? It really pissed me off. So now I'm cooking dinner. I don't want to cook it anymore. I can't look out of one of my eyes. And as I'm cooking, my right eye starts hurting too. And so originally I'm because my uncle's an eye doctor. So I'm I'll call him tomorrow. If this doesn't go away, I'm going to call him. My right eye starts hurting. I'm I can't see. Mm-hmm. So I'm cooking and I'm blinking every fucking 30 seconds to hard blinking. I go to the bathroom. I wash my eyes out. I go back and cook. I'm pouring water into my eyes with a cup. It sucked. I can't see. I finished cooking dinner. My girl is let's go watch a movie. And I'm trying to be okay. I'm all right, let's go watch a movie.
Yeah. I
sit down on the couch. I couldn't, the light from the TV was irritating my eyes and I couldn't keep them open to watch the movie. So now I'm annoyed. I'm I'm going to my bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this fucking movie. She goes, no, we can change it. I'm no, I can't watch it.
And
then she's like, what do you mean? I'm babe, it hurts. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm going to my room. She's like, well, you don't have to take it out on me. I looked at her. I was not the time. Not the time to be the girl boss fucking I'm not the. I know you're not.
I'm not taking this shit.
I'm not.
Well, I'm not giving it out.
You don't have to take it out on me. I can't see right now. Mm-hmm. Like, do you think I'm going to treat everybody happily? I'm mad at the world that I can't see. I'm laying in bed. She comes in my room. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, no. I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking question. I just left the living room because I can't see. You come in my room and go, are you okay? Yeah, I can see now. Turns out it was the room, not me. I'm fine. Like, the fuck? No, I'm awful. I can't see. Mm-hmm. I call my uncle, and he's like, what's up? And I'm like, well, I'm calling about my eyes. And he laughs, and he's like, well, I'm the doctor that's on call. So what's going on? And I'm like, awesome. Tell him what's going on. He's like, great. I'll meet you at my office in an hour. I'm like, awesome. Because he's at home. He's having dinner. And he's my uncle. Like, I'm not going to force him to come see me.
Yeah.
Because I know how it is. I'm like, all right, have your dinner. I'll see you in an hour. Mm-hmm. Go in the living room, look at my girl. I'm like, okay, I'm going to meet George at the office in an hour. I need you to drive me. Because I can't drive.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. I sit down for 5 fucking minutes. I can't sit there. Yeah. It's driving me crazy. I'm like, I can't sit here. I don't want to watch the movie. I can't sit here and listen to a movie. It's killing me. I'm going to go into my room. Go in my room, and I look up how long the walk is to get to his office. And it's like 35 minutes. I'm like, tight. I wait 20 minutes. I go out in the living room. I look at my girl. I'm like, I'm walking. Mm-hmm. She's like, how are you going to walk? I'm like, I'm walking. I'm not sitting here.
My legs work. My eyes don't.
I'm like, I'm not sitting here for another 35 minutes. Yeah. I walk to his office. Get there. Text my girl. I'm like, you got to meet me here. She's like, what? I'm like, I need you to meet me here because I'm going to need somebody to give me a ride home.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, okay. She meets me there. My uncle gets there. He goes, hey, how's it going? And I jokingly go, George, I can't see. And he goes, wait, really? And I'm like, well, no, but like, it hurts. Mm-hmm. He looks at me. We go into his office. We sit down. He puts me in the chair where they're looking at eyes by shining a light.
Directly into your eyes.
But like through the side. Like they got to get the angle. I couldn't keep my eye open. So he's like holding my eye open. I'm sitting there. And I'm like, I can't. He pulls away. I blink. I get up there. He puts his fingers. He looks. We count to like 5. I lean back. And we have to do this like 10, 15 fucking times. Mm-hmm. He looks in both my eyes. He goes, okay, your right eye is irritated. He goes, your left eye is pissed. He's like, I don't know what happened. How do you think this could have happened? I told him about the Red Sox game, the rain, the gel, how it got in my eyes. Probably from the rain. He's like,
most likely.
Well, he's like, all right, that's probably what happened. And he goes, so what you did was in your right eye, you burned holes in your cornea. I'm like, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? He's like, well, the cornea is the first layer of your eye. And it keeps like dust from really getting into your eye. Keeps infection basically from getting in your eye. And I burned holes in it. Stings a lot. Yeah. I don't recommend it. In my left eye, I dissolved it almost completely. Like gone. And he's like, your left eye, that thing is bad. I'm like, is it permanent? Because now in my head, I'm like, I'm blind.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to lose an eye.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, my left eye is gone. And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, what does this mean? Is this permanent? He's like, no, we'll get you on some medicine. You'll be all right. I'm like, okay, but have I done permanent damage? He's like, and your right eye, no. And he goes, the good news is my left eye is incredibly nearsighted.
Yeah.
So I damaged my left eye, but I don't use my left eye. So it's sort of like I'm not blind in it. I still have the peripheral vision. It's just a little like things got to get a little closer for me to see. Fuck it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
He tells me this. I'm like, okay, cool. Gives me the prescription. He had given me numbing drops when I got in, so that way I could like actually see for a minute.
Yeah.
Gives me the prescription. Calls Rite Aid. Expedites it. I'm like, word. I'll go pick it up. As I'm standing in this fucking pharmacy, all those lights.
Just killing you?
No, the drops wore off.
Oh.
I couldn't see. Flat out. And my girl's in the car. And I'm texting her and I'm like, I'm third in line. She's like, I'm sorry, babe. And I'm like, no, the drops just wore off.
I need help.
I'm like, I can't stand here. As I'm about to send it, lady in front of me leaves. I'm like, okay, I'm next. I'll be fine. The lady in front of me at the fucking Rite Aid, I wish I heard her name so I could find her and shoot her. She gets her prescription in 2 seconds. It's already paid for. It's covered by insurance. The lady literally hands you the bag and goes, here you go, thank you. And this lady goes, do you have the right address for my stuff? Because I changed my address on all my accounts. I really need to set it up here. And I'm standing behind this lady, and I'm visibly uncomfortable. I've never been more embarrassed by myself in public.
Yeah.
I am shifting my stance every 2 seconds. I'm blinking hard. There are tears coming down my face. And because my eyes were so irritated, my nose is running. And I don't care. It's dripping down my shirt, and I'm breathing through my mouth. So I'm standing there, shifting, blinking, dripping snot, going, and this lady in front of me is like, can I change my address on my account? I verbally went, really? She turned and looked at me and went, yeah, really. And then got a look at me and went, oh. Turns around and goes, actually, we don't have to. And then the lady's like, no, it'll take 2 seconds. And then she looks up and sees me and she's like, oh. They stop their whole interaction. The lady goes, thanks, and leaves. I'm like, I want to apologize, but at the same time, like,
it's like, fuck you.
It's 9 o'clock at night at a fucking pharmacy.
Yeah.
Nobody's in line at a pharmacy at 9 at night that wants to be there.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you doing? Go online and change your address. I don't give a fuck.
They're either stoned and they want their Haagen-Dazs, want to change their address, or they're you.
Yeah, like, but so I get the medicine.
Yeah.
Which I thought insurance would cover.
Didn't?
No. So the lady tells me how much it is, and I'm like, ah, shit. She's like, what? I'm like, I might not be able to pay. Put my card in, paid. I'm like, great. Go out to the car, get home, pour these drops in my eyes.
Yeah.
Just bathe my eyes. And after 30 minutes, nothing changed.
Really?
I'm like, okay, it takes a little while, whatever. I'm laying in bed because I also get home. I went straight to bed. I'm not sitting. Like, I tried to sit for 5 minutes, couldn't, went to bed. 45 minutes, nothing changes. An hour goes by, nothing. At this point, my girlfriend's in bed. And she's like, are you feeling better? I'm like, no. And now I'm silently terrified. Because I'm like, I got the meds. They're steroids. They're supposed to fucking doop, doop, good.
Yeah.
Instant relief. No relief. Terrified. I didn't fall asleep till like 4 in the fucking morning. I texted my boss though, because I was supposed to be working the next day. I texted my boss at like 1 in the morning.
And you're like, I can't.
I'm like, hey, I know I'm supposed to be in tomorrow. I can't come in tomorrow. And before I could think of what to say, I chemically burned my eyes. And I cannot see.
I mean, it's pretty fucking accurate.
It's pretty accurate. The next day she goes, well, I'm sorry that you did that. What did you do? Tell her what I did, but she didn't tell my coworkers.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, my eyes are better. My right eye was fine within like a day.
Yeah, you woke up and you were like,
yeah, I'm like, my right eye can see. This is great. My left eye was fuzzy. I go into my job on Sunday, bring my girl, we have breakfast because it was my day off. And my coworkers come out and they're like, so you blinded yourself? And I'm like, yeah. My buddy Dave just goes, Jake, what the fuck do you do on your days off that you chemically blind yourself? And I tell them and they're like, oh, it was like a freak accident. I'm like, yeah, this wasn't like one of my coworkers was like, how'd you put gel in your eye? And I'm like, I wasn't scooping gel, rubbing it on my eyes, going, this feels so fucking great. Like, it sucked so bad. And then the worst thing, and it pissed me off, was I get home from the eye doctor. I tell my girl, I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, you can come lay with me, but I'm going to bed. And she goes, okay, 1 second. Goes and takes a bong rip. Oh. And I'm standing in the kitchen. I'm like, nah, fuck it. Never mind. She's like, what? I'm like, nah. You go chill. You go smoke. I'm going to bed. I don't get high because then she'll get stupid affectionate. And I'm like, I can't see. I'm not in the mood to be stupid affectionate.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you gonna do that. You gonna do it. But you may be on the couch tonight. Like, you didn't read me. Get the fuck out of my way. And then the next day she's like, you're so judgmental and you were such a dick. And I'm like, babe, again, I couldn't see. Nelson Mandela could pop up in front of me and I'd still probably level him. Like,
just get the fuck.
Like, I'm not in a good mood. And then when I need you to be there, you ain't got high. Like, I'm not. What'd you think I would say? Oh, no, I get it. Nah, I don't get it.
I'm going to bed.
Like, I don't get it. But yeah, so I blinded myself.
And now he's better.
And now I can see, which is so scary.
Hurrah! Jake can see.
It's
Fuck.
so freaky though. Like,
yeah, I get that moment where you're
so,
like, oh, is this
bro?
it?
And then the worst was, so my aunt calls because my uncle gets home and explained to my aunt, like, I'm pretty sure he told me if I hadn't called him that night and had waited till the next day, I would have probably been blind in my left eye.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like he was like, I was like this close, because if it infected my eye, it's over. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Your eye's done. Yeah.
So he tells this to my aunt, who's like, holy shit, did you tell Jake? He's like, no. So she calls me and just be like, hey, how you doing? I'm laying in bed in the dark, eyes like pinched shut. I'm not opening for nobody. And I've got my phone on my chest. And she's like, hey. How you doing? I'm like, I'm in fucking agony. She's like, well. I'm like, no, there's no well. This sucks. She's like, yeah, it does. I'm like, thank God. Because I really didn't want to do the thing that some adults do and like parents and shit when they're like,
it could be worse.
Well, no. And they're like, yeah, I know, but it's going to get better. Like, she was just like, yeah, it sucks. She texts my dad and was like, hey, Jake had an eye situation. He got something in his eye and it was actually bad. My dad calls me and does the exact opposite. He's like, what happened? I'm like, I got hair gel in my eye. He goes, well, what'd you do that for? I'm like, Dad, really? I'm like, I'm laying in bed in the dark with my eyes closed. Really? We're making jokes? I'm like, I would hang up on you, but I can't see the button. He's like, well, you'll be all right. I'm like, will I? He's like,
I don't know.
Well, he's like, well, you will be. George is a good doctor. I'm like, yeah, I can't see though. Like,
George isn't here.
Like right now, he's batting 0.
Yeah.
Like I still can't see. He's like, nah, you'll be all right. And he goes, next time, just don't wear the gel. I'm like, really? We're still doing this? I'm like, I'm going to go. He's like, well, no, what's your plan? Because I'm moving. He's like, what's your plan for moving? I'm like, can we not?
Not right now.
He's like, what? I'm like, can we not have this conversation right now?
I'm not able to move if I can't see.
Well, because it's also like 8 o'clock at night. Like, I'm just frustrated all around, and I'm not even tired yet. Like, I'm just in bed.
Yeah, you're like,
so I'm like,
I hope this is
I'm like, can we really
over.
not do this? He's like, all right, call me later. I'm like, all right, bye, love you. Hang up. Call my friend. Tell her the situation. She's like, you're being dramatic. I'm like, I would fucking kill you, but I wouldn't be able to look at a map and find you. So you're lucky. She was with a friend. I called her the other night. Her friend, she goes, my friend thought you were the most dramatic fucking person ever. And I'm like, her name's Taylor. I'm like, Taylor, I couldn't see. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Taylor, I told her, I'm like, I'm laying in bed with my phone on my chest. I couldn't see you. She's like, oh, I was all dressed up nice. I'm like, good for you. I wouldn't have known. I'm like, I didn't see you. She's like, oh. I was like, yeah, Taylor, I didn't know you were out with friends. I didn't see on FaceTime that you were out. I didn't see you. You picked up. I was in the dark, like literally. She's like, oh. I'm like, also, I wasn't being dramatic. I couldn't see.
Yeah, I got chemical burns in my eyes. God damn it.
But yeah, it just sucked.
After you went through that, like a day or two later, I went out and then came back, was laying in bed, and had a horrible fucking pain right here.
Yeah.
And I was kind of high, and I went, uh-oh. Because I flashed back to one of our Doom episodes where you're talking about appendicitis.
Oh, dude.
I'm high at night, and I'm like, uh-oh. I was like, oh, no. And I like sat up in bed.
Appendicitis is the worst.
And it was a bad... It hurt, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I'll just go to bed and get up. Went to bed, got up, my stomach still hurt, and I'm like, babe, I think something's wrong. I think I have appendicitis or something. She's like, Kyle? She looked at me in the eyes. She goes, what'd you do last night? And I'm like, I went out. And she's like, what'd you have? I'm like, beer. And she's like, what'd you eat after that? And I'm like, ice cream. She's like, you had beer and ice cream. Your stomach hurts. No fucking shit.
Yeah,
like, actually,
that's a stomach ache, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, that's solid. That's
just a stomach ache.
I just don't think I get stomach aches often. And I was like, oh God, my appendix. She's like, no, you fucking idiot. I'm like, oh shit.
That's funny. What'd you eat?
Beer and ice cream.
What'd you drink? Beer. So you had carbs and dairy. Yeah, your stomach's not happy.
Yeah, and my family's like gluten intolerant and lactose intolerant. She's like, a fucking course. You moron.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
yeah, that makes sense. But on the topic of, movies and shit, you got anything?
I got a couple.
So
I've got 2 things I want to talk about that I've been watching, and then we got some trailers we want to talk about.
Definitely.
What
you been watching?
So I've been watching on HBO Max HBO Max has been just killing it.
Yeah, they've been cranking out stuff.
With, in my opinion, though, with specifically their documentaries. So they made a couple that are really great and worth checking out, but they just released 2, and they're documentary series. Series.
Yeah.
Serials. But one is called, so it's called 100 Foot Wave.
All right.
It's fucking amazing.
This is about the biggest wave surfed.
Sort of. It's about, yes, but it's about the surfers that did it. And it's so cool. I'm convinced I could do big wave surfing. No, because like they're both very smart and very lucky. And I'm like, dude, got it in the bag. Could nail it. This shit, the planning that goes into this, while simultaneously the luck they have is amazing. They take a fucking jet ski and they put a surfer on a rope, on a tow rope.
Mm-hmm. And
they just go out where they know the big waves are.
Yeah.
And as a big wave forms, the jet ski rides the wave with the surfer. The surfer lets go. The jet ski goes over the wave before it crests, and the surfer just surfs it. That's it. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. That's it. And then the surfer just goes. Like, they don't, it's big wave surfing. They're not doing the tricks. They're just going.
They're just trying to stay up.
Because they're flying. I'm like, word, I'm on it. Then they go into like, there's this one place in Portugal where they have the biggest waves.
Yeah.
And it's because they found out there's a canyon in the bay underwater. Oh. It's a giant canyon.
So it funnels them all.
Well, no, it just randomly stops. Like this canyon just disappears. So these deep waves have nowhere to sort of gradually form.
Oh, I get
So
it.
this giant wave that's going through the canyon that on the surface level isn't there, out of fucking nowhere,
we'll just
an 80-foot wave will just appear.
Jesus Christ.
It's amazing.
All that water displacement and force behind
amazing.
It raises it right up.
But it has also taught me how the surfing community, the way they measure waves is such bullshit.
What do you mean?
So the way they measure the biggest wave is they take a photo of the wave when it was at its like peak. They decide that this was the picture while it was at its like highest point.
Yeah.
And then they take the surfer on the wave in the photo.
Oh my
And
God.
they guess how tall he is in the photo.
Really?
I swear to God. This is no bullshit. So like, let's say he's crouched down surfing on his knees, like not on his knees, but like, cause you're supposed to be as low as possible.
Pretty low.
You want your center of gravity low. So let's say he's like 5 feet tall. They take that, they put it at what they decide is the base of the wave.
And just boop,
and
boop,
then you
boop,
stack the surfer on top of himself till you get to the top. That is the most agreed upon way to measure waves.
That doesn't sound scientific at all.
That's what I think it's bullshit, because then you get like Guinness World Records like, this is a 78.3 foot tall wave. It's like, how'd you measure that?
How'd you get the point too?
That's what I mean. Like, there's no way it's that exact.
Somebody's riding up there with a tape measure.
It's fucking guessing.
Some guy's behind the wave with a tape measure. It's the same like energy as the cameraman that runs as fast as the Olympic sprinters and keeps up with them.
Swear to God.
That's so stupid. Oh my God.
But it's really fucking awesome.
That sounds like a cool documentary.
It's really worth watching. And then the other thing I've been watching is Music Box.
What is that?
So it's on HBO again.
Mm.
And it's examining a bunch of things from Woodstock 99. Now.
Okay.
No. If there was one word I would use to describe Woodstock 99, it would not be okay. Do you know anything about it?
No, I know nothing about it.
You don't know anything about it?
Nothing.
Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to tell you how it started. It was the 30th anniversary of Woodstock 69, organized by the people that put together Woodstock. And they wanted to celebrate peace and love with a new generation.
This isn't the footage that was found in a basement. And
No.
we're like, oh, okay. That's
No.
thing.
This is about Woodstock 1999.
Okay.
Now I'm going to tell you some of the biggest acts that were there. Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you any more of the acts. And then I'm going to tell you how it ended.
Yeah.
One of the stages burned to the ground.
Really?
It's fucking amazing. It's a horror story. Because, like, literally at the start, I've never seen a documentary do this, The director isn't in any of like the interviews in the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
He appears at the start of the documentary to go, yeah, when I put this together, it was going to be funny. And the more we looked into it, this wasn't funny. And he's like, it's actually horrifying how this went. And then I watched it and I'm like, holy shit, it's terrifying. Like 12 people were raped.
Jesus Christ. Was it like the festival to end the
It's
the
why they've never done
Burning
another
Man
Woodstock.
festival? Or
it's why they've
Woodstock?
never done another Woodstock.
Jesus
like flat
Christ.
out. But then here's what really fucked me up. Because it gets to a point where they start talking about how bad it went.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like people were raped, people were assaulted, somebody died.
Jesus Christ.
Because of the person that died was dehydrated. Because that's the other thing. It was on an airbase.
Oh.
So it was in the middle of summer. It's like 90 degrees.
No shade.
And they're on asphalt.
Yeah.
So it's hot. People are dehydrated as fuck. They're selling water for $4 and they're selling beer for $4. Now don't try to be smart and have a good conscience. You're a 23-year-old at a music festival. Water and beer are the same price. What are you buying?
Of course you're buying beer.
You're buying beer.
Dude,
I'm getting shit. I'm not going to be the moral compass. It's like, no, I know it's hot and I need to hydrate. Fuck it. Beer is $4. I'm buying the beer.
Oh, yeah.
So people are stupid dehydrated. And the guy that died got pulled out of the crowd. The medical staff didn't have the proper equipment to administer to him to realize he had hypothermia.
Not hypo.
No, hypo.
Oh, shit. What?
Something I don't fucking know.
What the fuck?
Or hyper, whatever the fuck.
Hyper
he was
is
sick.
Too hot.
Well,
yeah.
he was fucking sick. And they used paddles on him. And he died.
Oh,
but then here's what fucked me up. The organizers of this, they're interviewed in this documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get, it's not funny, but their ignorance to it is. They ask them about the sexual assaults.
Yeah.
Guy goes, I don't understand why it was such a big deal. It wasn't like it was hundreds of people. We had over 300,000 people here and not even over 100 of them. Not even 50 of them. We're only looking at like 10 people.
It's like,
really, bro?
You're really just...
You're telling me that 10 people went to your festival and their lives got ruined?
Yeah.
And you're just going, well, we had 300,000 people and people were walking around with no shirts on. That's the other thing. Girls were walking out, titties out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was crazy. No. It's crazy. If you watch the documentary, it's actually insane how many girls, and they look into it with like 90s culture and Girls Gone Wild and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Girls are walking around, titties out.
Oh, shit.
But the organizer's like, well, what did they expect to happen? It's like, whoa. That's not cool.
It's like, hey.
That's not how that worked.
It's like you're being interviewed present day. Back in the 90s, it's like, okay, that was a shitty mindset. Nowadays.
Now it's like, you've had time to learn and grow and shit. But yeah, like Limp Bizkit performed, and at one point, they're getting the crowd all riled up, and like people that work there are coming on stage and telling Fred Durst like, "Yo, can you just tell the crowd to just
calm it down just
a little bit?" Because people were like ripping the walls off.
Oh shit!
Oh no, they like
people were essentially rioting.
People are pulling the plywood off of the fence around the festival grounds, bringing it to the crowd, putting a person on the plywood, and having them surf the audience during a Limp Bizkit concert. And Fred Durst literally, instead of calming them down, is like, that's fucking awesome. Like, he's like, this is so cool. And then that's like on the second night. And on the second night is very clearly the tonal shift of like, this is a problem.
Going from this is fun to whoa.
It's sort of like the first night's like, this is fun. It's a little much, but it's fun.
Yeah. And
then the second night is like, holy shit, this is bad. And then the third night, literally, one of the stages catches fire. They tell, because at the time, Red Hot Chili Peppers are performing. Mm-hmm. They tell them, there's a fire. We need you to get the crowd to calm down and leave. We're trying to shut this down. And instead, they perform Fire by Jimi Hendrix. And it went so badly that the state troopers had to be called in.
Really?
Literally, the Woodstock staff was like, we're done.
Jesus Christ.
It was crazy. It's fucking insane.
Holy shit.
And it's like a series. They're doing like 6 episodes. It's fucking dope.
Holy crap.
But the first episode's about like the festival as a whole. And then it's going to delve into like acts and performances.
And by amazing, by the way, I mean an amazing shit show. That sounds terrible. Like a terrible, horrible
It's absolutely terrifying.
It's just amazing that nothing as awful as it could have gone, it went that way.
It's crazy.
Usually people are like, you know what? It could have gone worse in these areas. No, that sounds like everything that could have gone wrong fucking went wrong.
But so the series is called Music Box. Right now it has one episode out called Woodstock 99 Peace, Love, and Rage. It's about Woodstock 99. The other episodes are each helmed by a different director. One's going to be about Alanis Morissette and her album from 95, Jagged Little Pill.
Mm-hmm.
One's going to be called DMX, about the late rapper after his release from prison.
Yeah.
One's going to be about Kenny G, because Kenny G is the most popular instrumentalist of all time. But it's also going to go into why he is so polarizing.
Yeah.
One's about Robert Stigwood, who I don't know shit about. And then one's about Juice WRLD.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, and I am not ready. I'm going to be so sad watching that Juice WRLD. It's going to hurt. But
Juice WRLD.
It's just, it was so good. It was fucking awesome.
Damn. I got to watch that.
It was really so good. Like, it's terrifying because you watch it and it's like, wow, fuck. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
was it Woodstock where DMX did like the biggest?
They talk about that. They go into that.
Yeah.
Because they talk about how the audience at this show was a majority of like white college graduates and college kids.
Yeah.
And at one point he performs a song called My N-Word.
Oh, and
the chorus says the N-word a lot.
Yeah.
And he's performing it in the call and response way. And he's aware that the audience is mostly white. And he's saying it and he's getting it back at like 2 times the volume. So it's leaving him and it's coming right back. Yeah. And they're just saying it. They don't give a fuck.
And
literally a music reporter is like, it's a weird fucking thing. Like, because they interview all these people and a bunch of the reporters for that specific part are like, yeah, like it's bad. But his performance was awesome. His performance was iconic.
DMX is I think it's definitely legendary. The clip gets circled around every once in a while.
It's crazy. Yeah. It moves the crowd. It's amazing.
Also, the crowd's so big you don't really see the end of it.
You don't.
It just goes and you're like, whoa.
Like,
it's amazing. But yeah, watch Music Box.
It's crazy.
Any other shows you've been watching?
No, that's it. I've been watching those because each episode's been like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So those are basically like the movies I've been watching.
Yeah, I get you.
Now I'm looking at the clips of DMX at Woodstock.
Just the huge crowd of people.
Dude, it's crazy.
Well, a bunch of trailers came out recently. Bunch. And I think it's because of the what is it, Cannes Film Festival? The Cannes Film Festival.
It is.
And I was just like, wow, so many trailers. And then I remember it was Cannes Film Festival. One being the King Richard trailer.
Yeah.
Which I think you said you saw it, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. About Serena Williams.
Will Smith's performance in this looks like it's a throwback to Pursuit of Happiness. Like, just his vibe as a character. Just one scene where he's crying. I'm like, oh,
that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do to remind people you can act is just a good cry.
A good cry, and he looks like he's playing a good dad to Serena and Venus Williams. And holy shit, I watched it and I was super pumped because Will Smith in recent years has not been impressing me too much. Gemini Man and whatnot. But in this movie, I'm actually like, oh shit, is Will Smith actually getting back to his roots? He's felt the heartbreak from getting cucked out, and now he's ready to actually act.
Bro,
I'm pumped.
First of all, put respect on my man's name.
Oh, Will Smith is amazing.
Gemini Man might have been bad, but he was decent as Genie. All right, he did the best. He was like the second best part about Suicide Squad. Deadshot was cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Focus. Good. He was decent. All right. He was an ESPN reporter in Anchorman 2. He was good.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right.
That's funny.
Concussion. Put respect on his name.
But recently compared to like 90s, early 2000s Will Smith.
It's time we let After Earth go, dog. It's almost been 10 years. Okay, it's almost been 10 years.
What I'm saying is, comparatively to how he used to act, he was legendary.
Well, yeah.
And recently,
because he made blockbusters.
Yeah, and recently he's been pretty good. All right, if not pretty good. And this looks like it's the bell curve back up to he's gonna do fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, he's not a bad actor. He's got like 3. I'm looking at his IMDb. I'm looking at his IMDb page.
Yeah,
he has like 3 movies that I think deserved an Oscar nom. And I think he got him.
Oh.
I think he got one for Ali, where he played Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah.
I think he got one for Pursuit of Happiness. Actually, I'm like 100% sure.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome.
He was the only Oscar that movie was nominated for because he was the only good thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he should have gotten one for Concussion, but he didn't. But he should have.
Yeah, I always forget he did Concussion.
Concussion's good, bro.
Yeah, I remember.
And then
I don't think it got a lot of hype when it came out, though.
It did, but it was like the old white people type of movie.
Yeah.
Like it was dealing with the concussion
football,
injury in football, and young people, we just don't fucking care. Like,
yeah.
it's
Meanwhile,
football.
Your like 50-something-year-old dad will be sitting there binging like.
Dude, it was my grandfather's. It was my grandfather's favorite movie that year.
Really?
Like he told me, he's like, that movie was so good. I'm like, okay. I still haven't. I still haven't sat through the whole fucking thing.
Well, I gotta watch it then. Fuck.
But
yeah, that's coming out.
That is coming out, and that looks good. It's about Venus and Serena Williams' dad and everything he did, pushing them to become the best.
Yeah, and
which I like that it's about the dad.
Yeah. Because at first I was like, oh, I wonder if people are gonna make this about like, well, why aren't you making it about them? But then like at the end he's like, yeah, no, I'm their best friend and I'm gonna push them so they succeed. And I'm like, this is actually wicked fucking wholesome.
Yeah,
it's so cool,
dude. It's an Oscar bait movie.
Oh, definitely.
It's for sure an Oscar bait movie. Like, I know how this movie's gonna go. Literally, I've seen the end.
Oh well, yeah, present day.
Yeah, like we know how it's gonna go. It's just, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Speaking of sports, there's a trailer for a movie called Golden Arm coming out. It's about arm wrestling. It's about women's arm wrestling. And I saw it and went, wow, this looks interesting. And the more I watched it, the supporting character, she reminds me of who's the short Brooklyn woman in Miss Maisel that recruits her to be a comedian.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
She reminds me of her. Like, and the main actress is like this retired arm wrestler that's like, I don't want to get back into it. Please don't make me. Mm-hmm. And this one's like, no, come on, get into it, let's go. And she's just like got these scrawny arms, but she's just got like her right arm's like a super arm, and it just like crushes people. And there's like Rocky style one-armed montages, and I'm like, okay, this might actually be kind of funny. It looks actually pretty decent.
You can rent it.
Oh, you can rent it now?
Yeah, it came out in 2020.
Oh, it came out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Been out.
The trailer just got fucking released. Is it getting re-released?
I think it's getting a wide release, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But
yeah, it looks.
It sounds funny.
What's the rating on it?
It sounds funny.
Oh, what's the rating on it?
It's decent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like on Amazon. It's got 4 out of 5.
It was. Yeah.
Where? Let me find it. Hold on. I gotta do it. Yeah. It's. So on IMDb, it's got like a 6 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 100.
That means, okay, that's something I've actually been wanting to address.
It's got 100. We talked about it before.
Yeah, but
out of 18.
Recently, I've just been like, because Rotten Tomatoes would be like, oh, this is 100%. That means fucking nothing to me anymore.
Good.
Nothing. It's fucking stupid.
I'm glad you left high school, dog.
I got mad at it.
You gotta find your favorite movie critic. You gotta stick with him, bro. A.O. Scott. A.O. Scott, dog.
I don't know if I have a favorite movie.
Peter Travers, bro.
Yeah?
Peter Travers. A.O. Scott. Roger Ebert. Live and Die. Okay? Live and Die by RogerEbert.com. All right?
I guess I gotta watch more. I don't think I watch like any movie critics actually.
Dude, Jeremy Johns. We talking watching them? Jeremy Johns.
Listening,
Chris
watching,
Stuckman.
reading.
Chris Stuckerman.
Oh,
the After Image podcast. Okay?
No.
Or no, not After Image. Aftercut? Hold on, let me find it. All right.
I call him out right.
Bro.
It's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's got like 10 reviews and they're all independent. Yeah, it's got 100. Like
that doesn't, because it's one of those. It's Golden Arm seems like one of those
Intercut podcast.
It seems like one of those trailers where you watch it and you're like, wow, this has some like feel good, cool, kind of funny clip moments in it, but it could also go the way of being overly cheesy and turn to crap. partway through and lose all of its structure.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, it seems funny, but I haven't seen it. So who knows? Apparently you can rent it.
Yeah, it looks like it's funny. It looks like it's a goofy, funny movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll watch it. I'll watch it eventually.
What trailer have you seen that you've been like, yeah?
Dune.
I meant to watch it today.
Bro, so it's 3 minutes long and I'm so hyped. And I also had the realization, I don't think I like Timothée Chalamet.
No?
So I think Timothée Chalamet is very talented. But I see him in videos and stuff and clips and shit.
Anything?
Nah, where like he's just being himself.
Yeah.
And I think he's just a bland white boy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think he's just a bland white boy, and we just fangirled over him really hard in 2018, and we can't take it back. We cannot take that back.
Yeah.
There was a moment where Timothée Chalamet had the world in his palm. I remember. I bought the GQ. I saw the magazine. I bought it. I read Call Me By Your Name. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm having the realization, I think he's just good at playing that type of silent. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have a lot of range.
No, I think he's got range. I think we gave him too many roses.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think there's the saying, like, give them their flowers while they're here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we gave him too many flowers. I think we bestowed this crown upon this young man's head of, like, that's the next one. And I don't know if he is. He's got the same haircut from 4 fucking years ago. Like,
true, he does.
Like, yeah, he can't switch it up. You know who
he
has?
He does look like the next evolution of Finn Wolfhard.
You know who has switched his haircut up?
Who?
Harry Styles. Mwah. But, like,
love that
you know what I mean? I don't know, but I am excited for this movie, and I love it, and I am excited to see it. Timothée Chalamet looks like he's gonna kill it. Zendaya looks like she gonna kill it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in it looks like they're killing it. It's made by Denis Villeneuve. It's just, I'm so ready for it. Like, it's just gonna be so good.
Ready for a good kind of fresh sci-fi.
Dude, it's gonna be so good. That isn't the shitty David Lynch one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I didn't realize it was a movie before this, and I was like,
it's based on a book.
Yeah.
And the book's amazing.
Yeah, I've heard the book's amazing. I just didn't realize, because I saw today a clip of, like, it was made in like the 1980s, the movie. Originally.
Yeah, it was.
I'm like, whoa!
It was made by
Patrick Stewart in it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it was made by David Lynch after he made like Elephant Man, I think, or no, after he made Eraserhead. Actually,
I was gonna say that sounds like Eraserhead time.
Well, no, because I think he made Elephant Man right after.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, no, he made this movie and hated making it.
Really likes body horror shit.
Yeah, he likes surrealist body horror. That's why I don't like David Lynch. Not because he likes body horror, but because he's a surrealist filmmaker. And I get bored.
Yeah. It gets to a point where you're like, your pretentiousness does not balance out with your impressiveness. I don't know. I get you.
Yeah. But like, what? I want to see, when did he make it? So he made, oh my God. He made...
What, Eraserhead?
Eraserhead, Elephant Man, Dune. Blue Velvet.
Oh, okay.
Blue Velvet's fucking amazing. I love Blue Velvet.
David Lynch is really hit or miss for you.
Because here's what's up. When he does a movie with an actual plot with surrealist shit, it's great. But when he makes a surrealist movie with some plot, drives me fucking crazy. Because, like, I don't mind when a movie gets sort of surreal. That's why I like Charlie Kaufman so much. His shit gets weird. Like, we watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Oh, yeah.
Movie's fucking crazy.
That shit got really weird.
Love that movie.
But it came back around at the end.
Dude, I love that movie.
It kept... actually, you know what? That makes sense. So, I think the thing is that, like, with comparing Charlie Kaufman to David Lynch.
Yeah,
Charlie
surrealist
Kaufman,
or surrealist.
It will dive you into what the fuck's going on towards the middle portion of the film.
And then you get lost.
But then he'll start throwing a couple of things that you can at least interpret and piece back together.
Yeah.
So you'll loop back around.
But like,
David Lynch doesn't do that.
No, not at all. He gets surreal as fuck.
He tries to lose you.
But like,
it just
I'll say, I like Blue Velvet. I love Twin Peaks, the series. Fire Walk with Me, all of it. Anything Twin Peaks is dope. Mulholland Drive is one of the best movies ever made. Everything else can suck a dick. Suck a dick. I don't care.
Don't enjoy it.
It can suck a dick.
Well, he's excited for Dune.
I am excited for Dune. Dune's gonna be the shit. Dune's gonna be the shit, dude. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good.
Speaking of body horror, actually, While we were upstairs, we were chilling. After I got back, I watched the Lamb trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamb looks fucking
dope.
It
looks weird. It looks good.
Lamb looks so dope. It looks so good. I'm so glad you saw that trailer.
I just saw it.
It's just
because I saw the poster and I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. And then as I was watching the trailer, I like slowly got closer to the phone. I'm like, is that a half baby,
half lamb, half lamb, half baby goat?
I was like, what the fuck?
Let's go. It's an A24 horror movie, and it's a childless couple in rural Iceland who make an alarming discovery in their sheep barn. After defying the will of nature in an attempt to heal their pain, they face dark and malevolent consequences. It's a supernatural folktale, debuted at Cannes, made critics wary to disclose information, as even like simple descriptions of the story can spoil it.
Yeah.
But those who have reviewed Lamb praise it as mesmerizing, bizarre, and bracingly original.
Awesome.
I'm so hyped. I don't want to I'm looking at it online. There's a photo of a man walking his kid, but the kid has like the hat. It's half lamb, half baby.
Yeah, he's got a lamb.
And
head.
so the top half is lamb. I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to watch a trailer. I don't want to see shit.
It looks like A24 does this thing where they make something look like it's indie, even if it's high budget. Like
because A24 is indie.
Yeah, and they make it feel like they're passionate about what they're making. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are.
And that's rad as fuck.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like they're just throwing money at a script.
They don't. No, they don't. They do like A24 is independent completely, and they don't give big budgets, but they like to let the people make what they want to, which is dope. So like Midsummer, Hereditary, Lighthouse, Uncut Gems, Lady Bird, Moonlight, mid-90s, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Waves, It Comes at Night, 8th Grade, Ex Machina, Under the Silver Lake, High Life, Last Black Man in Brooklyn, Euphoria on HBO, and yeah, all of them are A24.
Wow, those actually, I don't think there was one really bad one on there.
No, they don't really have bad movies.
Yeah. That's what you get when you let people do what the fuck they want.
Yeah, coming out from A24 is The Tragedy of Macbeth, though. It's written and directed by one of the Coen brothers, starring Denzel Washington as Macbeth. I'm hype as fuck for that.
Who's the female lead?
Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand, that's what it is.
Put respect on her name.
Because I saw it, I remember seeing it and being like, oh, that's a cool pairing. Because that is interesting. I never thought about them in like a movie together.
Yeah, no, but yeah, A24 makes great movies.
Awesome. And
I think A24, I don't think anybody wants to talk about it, but I think, you know how people talk about Marvel fatigue?
Yeah.
I think on the opposite end of that, there's A24 fatigue.
Yeah.
I really do.
Are you fatigued by A24?
I think I am.
Yeah?
Because I'm looking at them and like, so I think I might have just gone to film school at the worst time. Because like, so going into college was when A24 sort of blew up a bit.
Yeah.
In terms of like their movies started getting wider releases. Like The Spectacular Now and Spring Breakers came out 2013. And then in 2014, a lot of their movies got like award buzz. So like Locke, The Rover, A Most Violent Year.
Mm-hmm.
Ex Machina came out after that.
That blew up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The End of the Tour, Mississippi Grind, Room. So like going into film school with these movies was like dope. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then being in film school, oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Ugh. Swiss Army Man. Sea of Trees. American Honey. Moonlight. I'm not bashing Moonlight. Supersonic. 20th Century Woman. Free Fire. It Comes at Night. A Ghost Story. I fucking hate A Ghost Story. Good Time. The Florida Project. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Lady Bird. The Disaster Artist. All 4 of those movies came out in the same fucking year. Back to back to back to back, released by A24. Like their slate at one point was The Florida Project, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Lady Bird, and The Disaster Artist. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Because all of those got awards buzz. So as a film student, I'm like, I gotta watch them. So now I'm out of film school, and it's like, great, that looks good. Oh, it's A24. I'm gonna
maybe hold it off for a little bit.
Give me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the other shitty thing about it is like, I sort of push it off because once the hype dies down, you sort of figure out which ones are worth seeing in independent film.
Well, that's why I wait.
Well, yeah, but like, because like, ready? I'm gonna tell you the run out in 2019, just in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fucking crazy. And then I'm gonna ask you to tell me how many you've thought about before I said them. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mid 90s.
All right.
Climax.
Yeah.
I'm reading the ones that you might have heard about. Gloria Bell, High Life, The Souvenir, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, Midsummer, The Farewell, The Lighthouse, Waves, Uncut Gems.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. They had 21 movies come out in 2019.
I mean, they're batting 1 for 3.
But you see what I mean? Like, so like in film school, any A24 movie, there was a crowd of kids that were like, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's watch it. And at the student film theater we showed them.
Mm-hmm.
So like I saw almost all of these movies. Oh my God. Swear to God. Because the majority of them are really good, but it's just that fatigue of like, oh, it's made by A24. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's weird.
See, I find our experiences in film school so different because you watch so many things that just came out. Dude. I watched so many old movies.
Oh, I did that too.
Almost never watched any recent movies. I watched so many old movies.
I've seen too many movies. Like, I've watched more movies. If I stopped watching movies right now and then didn't watch another movie until I was like 80.
Yeah.
I've still probably seen more movies than most people have by the time they're 80.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've watched too many movies.
I remember, like, my last year in film school, the only 2, like, really recent movies I watched were Joker and Honey Boy.
I hate Joker.
It was, when it came out, I was like, wow, that was really good. And then I was like, it's Taxi Driver. And I watched Honey Boy, which made me cry. Because I found there were 2 people that watch Honey Boy. 2 reactions.
Uh-huh.
You have people from a stable home that have their parents who are married.
For people that don't know, Honey Boy was written by Shia LaBeouf about his relationship with his father.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fun relationship with his father.
It's very cool cinematography. But you have people that watched it that have their families together and their parents are together and their relationship is stable and they go, oh, that was a good movie. And then you have people whose parents are divorced. And maybe their home life isn't so stable. And they went, oh, that was good. That was a good movie. And I was fucking crying. Because I was like, this reminds me of my divorced family. Oh, yeah. Not to the point of fucking abuse, but like...
Yeah, no,
it's a good movie. It reminds you of like...
That's a good one to check out. That's a good one.
Being kind of alienated as a kid.
Yeah.
But I remember being like, those are the 2 movies I watched. I remember I watched like 4 old movies the same day I watched those. It was so...
But yeah, no, I think it's just like I'll watch it. I'll watch an A24 movie.
Oh yeah.
But it's just
especially The Lamb.
I'll watch Lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb gonna be dope.
Lamb is gonna be dope.
Lamb is gonna be so dope. I'm hype as fuck because it sounds so weird.
Yeah, it does. I like weird movies.
But yeah, so Lamb and then
something that's not as good is The Card Counter.
Dude.
It doesn't look like it's gonna be good.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So this trailer's about this movie. It's called The Card Counter. It's about Oscar Isaac plays a guy who went to jail for something, and he learned to count cards while in jail. And he gets out, and it looks like he gets roped into doing another gambling thing. And I don't need to see it. I don't need to see the movie. The trailer, first of all, shows you too much, but it also shows you too much in the sense of like. Is edited together in a weird way, and I don't think the movie's good. It
doesn't draw you in. It doesn't create tension.
Nah, it drew me in. I was excited about it, and then I watched the trailer. I was like,
it didn't draw me in.
I just love Oscar Isaac. That man could paint a house, and I would watch.
I noticed that the movie had a lot of eye candy for actors.
Dude, Oscar Isaac's the shit, bro.
Oscar Isaac. It has Willem Dafoe in it too. Yeah. I like Willem Dafoe.
I do, but he looks like he looks like he's just playing a weird prison guy.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean by like actors that you would recognize?
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. And I also noticed that when you're filming, like people talking or having a conversation, like there's a bunch of shots of him in prison talking to people. Usually you have like the people that are talking in focus and like maybe a slow moving shot and like the background's out of focus or something. I noticed that it looked like they were shooting it on like something like our camera.
Mhm.
Like it's a wide lens, everything was in focus. There was nothing sticking out color-wise that really drew your eye to anything. Like it seems
Yeah.
like it was written and then shot by a very small crew with not a lot of experience with shooting movies. And I was like, hmm. Who is it directed by again?
I'll check it out right now.
Because it wasn't it directed by somebody who co-wrote Taxi Driver?
I think that actually might be the only reason I have hope for it.
Yeah.
It is directed by Paul Schrader.
There. That's what it is.
Who is a good writer. He directed First Reformed, which was his last like great movie. That movie's amazing. And he's also directed so he's made First Reformed.
I was about to say, I was looking at
He's directed a shit ton of stuff, but none of it's
there's
really...
There's a huge gap between like the 80s and 90s and then like the late 2010s.
No, he's got a solid run of shit. It's just I haven't heard of any of it.
Exactly.
But then he's written Taxi Driver.
He co-wrote Taxi Driver, yeah.
Yeah. No, he wrote it.
I thought he co-wrote it.
No, he wrote it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he wrote Taxi Driver.
Oh, fuck.
And then, so he's really, really known for that.
I just know so many people who are such great writers. I've seen them, I've met them, talked to them, me being one of them. I'm
humble. You're a very humble man for a great writer.
I like writing. It's what I am good at. It's one of the few things that I'm like, I'm good at this. But people who are great at writing, 90% of the time aren't really great at directing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not always. Like, I'm not that great at directing. I know a lot of writers that aren't great at directing. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be great at directing.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, no, that one looks like kind of a tease, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I hope it's good, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
And then that's really all I got for movies.
So I know you didn't want to stick on this for too long, but I saw the trailer for the Halsey movie.
Yeah, I did.
If I can't have love, I want power. It looks like she saw Daenerys Targaryen and was like, I want to do that, but in a movie. And then she just doesn't have dialogue.
I just don't think Halsey matters enough to get
a
movie. Which sounds really mean, but like I love Halsey. I think some of her songs go fucking hard.
It looks like one big music video, and it kind of gives me...
Well, yeah, because that name is based on... It's the name of her new album coming out.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it's not... Plot-wise, it doesn't give me the same vibes, but it gives me the same vibes as when like Melanie Martinez made a movie. And it's just one big movie.
Or like video. Billie Eilish.
She made a movie?
Yeah, she had a movie.
What movie?
Exactly. Exactly.
You mean a documentary?
Travis Scott made a documentary.
Well, a documentary is one thing. A movie with like plot?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it don't matter. The only music artist that's made a movie that I've sat and watched was Beyonce. Twice.
Which movie?
Lemonade.
What?
Lemonade had a movie. Came out on HBO.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
And then her new Lion King soundtrack got a like visual album put to it on Disney Plus.
Oh. Cool.
And I watched that too. Beyonce is the only one. I don't know why.
It just nah.
It's just I just don't think Halsey.
It's not gonna be good.
She doesn't matter enough in the pop culture gamut for her name to be like, yo, Halsey had a movie come out. What? No. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care.
And
that girl that was lip smacking G-Eazy and got cheated on by him.
The big draw is like, well, she's pregnant while she's doing it. It's like, cool.
Good for her.
All right.
Good for her.
And then the thing that I'm like, okay, this might be all right is Atticus Ross and fucking who am I missing? Who pairs with Atticus Ross all the time?
I don't fucking know.
Fuck. I said it earlier. God damn it. I don't know. Atticus Ross and then that other guy.
Trent Reznor.
That guy. They're helping produce it. So I'm like, music and sound production might be pretty good. Plot-wise, it's probably going to be garbage. Yeah. On the other side of the writers not being able to direct, directors not always able to write. But yeah, there's that. The only other thing is I really had a revelation today, which is you and I were kind of talking about it earlier about Zack Snyder. Because I was just like, I always see Zack Snyder's name everywhere. Like he's some fantastic, great director. He's not that great of a director. He's like,
No, get it out.
Because I'm like, fucking
No, get it out.
Sucker Punch wasn't fucking great. I looked through it.
Everybody points to Sucker Punch. Everybody's like,
just
Sucker Punch
yeah,
sucks.
but that's an easy blow. That's too easy.
It's a low blow.
It's a low blow.
Okay.
So let's ignore Sucker Punch.
Ignore
Push
it.
Sucker Punch away.
Yeah, put it away.
Watchmen.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yep.
It's a good movie.
It is.
Everything since then has been DC.
Okay.
Until Army of the Dead,
mm-hmm.
which wasn't that great from your account.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that great. Now he's coming out Army of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's
He's a producer. He's not making it.
He's not making it? Okay. Well, everybody's so fucking hype about Zack Snyder making shit. Really, it's literally just DC. It's
Kyle.
just he's just riding the fucking wave of DC. It's annoying.
Kyle, he's riding the wave. That's stylish action. Those stylish action sequences that you love so much.
I will say.
Pause. You went. Now I'm gonna.
All right.
Remember 300?
And 300, yeah.
No, remember 300?
He did do that.
Remember action sequences before 300? Because I fucking don't. Remember action sequences after 300? I do. They're in every DC movie since.
So
he found. I'm not saying he's great because he's not.
Yeah.
His movies are not great, and I will say he appeals to a certain audience, and he found his niche. And unfortunately, he does fall into the auteur theory, which is a bummer.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he does. Oh, he does.
Oh, wait, you're right.
He does.
Fuck.
But he makes sleek, stylish movies that when they have their action sequences, they're fucking tight.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
this is what I was saying to you earlier.
But I will not say he is bad.
He's not bad.
Because, and I'm not going to say he's been riding DC's coattails because he's really only made 3 DC movies.
I thought there were more than 3.
Nope. He only made Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So, he found with 300 a visual style of storytelling
that fit
really well for him, that he then brought to Watchmen, and it worked even better.
Watchmen was good.
He brought it to, everybody forgets about this one, but stop sleeping on Legends of the Guardians, Owls of Ga'Hoole.
I was thinking about that.
Stop sleeping on that shit. I don't remember if he brought it to that. I haven't seen it since it came out. But he brought it to Man of Steel. He brought it to Batman v Superman, and that Batman sequence when he beats the thugs up in that fucking warehouse.
He's like, I don't kill people.
And then he snaps a dude's neck. It's amazing. And he brought it to Justice League. So I think he found that niche of like, his stories are told shittily. He doesn't write good dialogue. But cinematography-wise, his shots look great.
And choreography
for action, he crushes it, and it fits best into a comic book movie.
Absolutely. And I guess I didn't mean he's writing DC's coattails, just that the media, every time his name pops up, jumps to that, being like, Zack Snyder, look, it's Zack Snyder, everybody. It's like, dude, fucking relax, because whenever anything DC or superheroes come out, people will eat that shit up, and news medias will put that out nonstop.
Well, I think it's because you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, if somebody tells you a Christopher Nolan movie's coming out,
yeah,
you know you're going to get some warped-ass audio.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody tells you the Zack Snyder movie's coming out, you know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's that.
You're hopefully getting a good action sequence.
Like, at least one decent action sequence.
Oh, yeah.
300 is so dope, though.
I remember watching, 300 is fucking
300 is dope.
Shit.
And I remember when that came out.
It's so good. It's one of his best movies. I'd say it is his best movie. It's because nobody cares about the plot too much.
No, they're all going to die.
They're all going to die.
Who gives a shit what happens?
Let's see them
kill
ass.
expendable ass people. Expendable people. Because the story is dope. Like, the story of 300 is dope, but that movie's dope too because it's just like, none of these people matter.
Yeah, and honestly, you could take out all of the plot and the movie's still so good.
Dope. You know who plays the Queen, though, in that movie?
Who?
I'm looking into it right now. Hold on. I need my laptop to load. For some reason, it's not loading. The Queen in 300?
Mm-hmm.
Leonidas' wife?
Yeah.
Cersei.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
You know, when you said that, for a second, I was like, is it Cersei?
It's Cersei.
Goddamn.
It's Cersei, bro.
She's good at playing pretty women.
Whoa. Badass women who happen to be very attractive.
Yeah.
Very attractive.
Yeah.
I'd let her spit.
I actually haven't seen. You know what I haven't seen that she's in recently is Gunpowder Milkshake.
Not gonna lie, I've never heard of it. So
really?
I'm good.
It's her...
Is it on that? Is it that Netflix fucking thing?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it doesn't look appealing.
You know what doesn't make me excited for shit anymore?
What?
A Netflix original.
Oh,
I just don't care. Oh my god.
That's an absolute definite attribution to B- rating at best.
like here's my issue though, because I said that at work and then I realized it's 50-50. Because like for every kissing booth, there's an Irishman.
Yeah.
And for every Project Power, I got Marriage Story. Like,
yeah.
But at the same time, like they sucks. A lot of this shit sucks. A lot of it sucks.
Well, for every Marriage Story, I feel like there's like 5 Project Powers.
That's the problem.
Yeah, there's too many. Because
like,
it's too much shit.
Yeah, it's too much bad shit. Because like you got Dolomite Is My Name was good. You got Beast of No Nation, that was good. 22 July is good. Triple Frontier was aight. Marriage Story was great. Irishman was great. Mank was great. But yeah, it's just...
But every time you go on there, you're wading through so much shit.
There's so much shit.
The amount of scrolling I've done on Netflix to find anything good.
It's so much shit.
It's ridiculous.
And then I will say, have you been watching the Olympics?
I watched the handball finals and the water polo finals.
I don't understand handball, bro.
Dude,
I thought I understood handball, and then I watched, and like one team threw it up, and they were like hesitant, like they threw it up, and they stood there and like, whoa. And then the other team hops up, grabs it, and then puts it in the same basket and starts celebrating. I'm like, what? What are we doing here? I just don't get it. But then...
It seems intense.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah, and I watched the water polo one. That was cool.
Yeah. Did you hear about Simone Biles?
Oh, didn't she drop out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's why.
Her and somebody else, I thought.
Her and somebody else dropped out. Naomi, I think, dropped out.
Yeah.
She dropped out for mental health purposes.
Right.
Which I understand. And turns out it's not entirely mental health purposes. So I was going to give her a hard time because it's like, on the one hand, I get it. Focusing on mental health is a stressful environment. But
you got all the way to the Olympics.
That's my thing. It's like, you got to the Olympics. What did you fucking think it was going to be?
Yeah.
Which might make me sound super insensitive.
But she's done this before, too.
It's that. And it's also like, it's the Olympics. Did you think it was a cakewalk? Yeah. It's the fucking Olympics. Like, if I trained to be the best in something and then I got there and was like, whoa, this is stressful. No shit. But on the other hand, I get it.
Yeah.
It's shitty.
Oh, it's wicked.
And it's super stressful. And if you realize, like, you recognize in yourself, this isn't worth it, it's not worth it. Leave.
And honestly, to a degree, if I saw that, I'd be like, all right, you do you.
Well, like, so then it came out that she is suffering from something called the twists. It's a thing that gymnasts get where their center of gravity is fucked up.
Oh.
And so she could be halfway through like a back handspring and in the air get the urge to twist and like face upward.
Oh.
And what that can cause is if she's doing like a thing on the beam or she's doing a flip and she stretches out and twists upward, she could snap her fucking neck.
I was about to say.
Like she could die. So good for her. I'm glad she quit. She needed to. Good for her. Absolutely. If I was in her position, no second thought.
That's
I'm
more
out.
than mental health. That's
out. Peace out. I'm out of here. Fuck it. I'm good. Like, it's crazy.
That's wild. Like, is it like an involuntary thing?
I have no idea.
If it is, that's wild. Like,
if it is, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
doing a back handspring, and then all of a sudden your body's like, whoo, and you land, and you're like, whoa.
That's crazy, right? Like, that'd be so scary.
God damn. I was about to say, is it vertigo? But no, her body's just trying to face upward. Ooh, that's weird. But yeah, Simone Biles, get better. And Naomi, get better. It's weird that they got that at the same time. Did they both leave for the same reasons?
I don't know why Naomi left. Yeah. But I think they both left for a multitude of reasons.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. And then I did ask my buddies to send me a conspiracy theory. And I'm going to say it, and then I'm not going to delve further into it. It is not problematic. I made that important.
Conspiracy theories in general are
Did you know that there's only one central government and the world looks nothing like they make it seem? All the other quote-unquote countries are just different regions of one landmass. Every time you go up on a plane, the windows are just screens projecting the lie. Like, there is no U.S. government or German government or any other country. None of it's real.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm a little let down too. 1 second.
That's just...
No, you want more?
It's funny.
You want more?
You brought up a conspiracy theory. I was just like watching. Well, I just read a short article about how a kid's like, oh yeah, I'm a Parkland survivor, and my QAnon dad thinks it's a hoax. And it's like, what the fuck? How much closer could you be to the actual event that occurred than your son being like, yeah, I was shot at, Dad? Nah, it didn't happen. You fucking insane? It's become such a fucking issue.
Yeah.
I've it's gotten to the point where I'm thinking about it so much. I'm like, I might write a fucking paper.
I literally have a tier list of conspiracies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, so.
The iceberg.
No, well, yeah. So the iceberg, the top level is like the normal person.
Yeah.
And it's like this iceberg's based on 9/11.
I was about to say, yeah.
Most conspiracy theories are based around 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
So the normal person thinks that it was done by terrorists and bin Laden did it.
Yeah.
Then you get down to the last tier. I'm going to skip all the middle shit.
Yeah.
Pope Francis election, papal supremacy election, Mario public speaking, Benedict threatened into resignation. Somewhere in there
is 9/11.
You get from 9/11 to the papal state. Running everything. These are the people I talk to.
I think, and I'm starting to get to a place where I feel like I'm making connections, but at the same time it's ironic because it's the exact same thing I'm arguing against. But we live in this weird time where people like conspiracy theorists, and then the same, like, kind of the same thing as people that try to make Luca out to be like a huge gay agenda thing.
Yeah.
That just connect what they can, and if there's just enough evidence that they think is feasible, they'll be like, it's reasonable.
You can't prove them wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But, so, and it's become this thing recently where nobody can be proven wrong.
No, not at all.
And it's nuts. It's fucking insane.
Well, yes, but at the same time, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common?
I don't know.
They have the same middle name.
That's our show.
That's all I got. No, I do want to tell people the pickup line, and I want to see if anybody will use it. So I heard this pickup line the other day, and I really want to use it, but I can't use it because I have a girlfriend. So I can't get the actual experience of walking up to a girl and using this because my girl will just laugh at me. And if I use it on anybody else, my girl will leave me. So I'm in a tough predicament.
Yeah.
So I want somebody, and you can't use it because you have your girl.
Give it to Breen.
I want to give it to Breen so bad. I want to give it to a buddy of ours. But so the line is, you walk up to a girl and you go, "Hey, here's what's up. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I normally don't ask a girl this until they tell me they're pregnant. But what's your name?"
Sorry, the reason I'm laughing is because I closed my eyes and pictured Breen saying that in the way that Breen would say it.
Oh my God, we have a buddy and he's so socially awkward, but in like the best way. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way.
Breen, I love you.
I love Breen so much.
I love you.
But I want him to use it so bad. I want any of our friends to use it. If any of our friends use that, I'll cover their tab in a night out.
It's just, it's so not Breen, and it would be so funny.
You gotta stop saying Breen. But
yeah, I can bleep him out.
No, I don't want to talk about him.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
oh no, I wasn't going to. I'm just saying it's just not his style at all.
It really isn't. Funny. But yeah, I want somebody to use that. I think that's a good one. And then another one that I want to try on my girl is I want to borrow somebody's like AirPods.
Yeah.
And put them in one of my ears. And then when I'm sitting there with her, be like, "Look, I love you, and I want to be here for you, and all the good times and the bad. It doesn't matter to me when these things happen. Like, I love you. Oh, what's that? What? Oh no, I love you too. I love you too." And then pull the headphone out and be like, "What's up? What happened?" And see how she reacts. There's a 50-50 shot I get smacked in the face.
I was about to say, further than that, if she just breaks something.
It could go really, really wrong.
But yeah, if you think those pickup lines might work for you. Try them out, and then hit us up and let us know how it did.
Please do them. I want people to use these pickup lines. I think they'd be fucking hilarious.
But yeah, that's our show. That's enough for me.
That's all I got. I ain't got much else. There's no new music out.
Donda's not out.
Donda's not out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't found any great new movies to watch. I have a couple I've been like slowly watching. Check out the documentaries because those are fucking dope. And yeah, there's not a lot for me to talk about. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Oop, and that's the end of that. Fuck.
Nice. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody.